For too long, our gold has been stolen in plain sight, taken from our land, flown across oceans, and turned into wealth for others. Today, we break that chain. Today, we refine our own gold on our own soil. This refinery is more than metal and machinery. It is a weapon of freedom. It is rising in Burkina Faso.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to Ibrahim Traoré Era. On the edge of Ouagadougou, a new building was opened. But not just any building. This was the first state-owned gold refinery in Burkina Faso's history. The sun blazed overhead. Soldiers stood in line. Chiefs wore bright colors. Foreign diplomats looked on. And people, ordinary citizens, stood quietly, watching with cautious hope. Captain Ibrahim Traoré stepped forward, held a ribbon and made history. This wasn't just a ribbon cutting. It was a message to the world. Burkina Faso is done being used. It is done exporting wealth and importing poverty. This refinery is not just about gold. It's about power, economic power, political power, national pride. Burkina Faso has always had gold, tons of it. But here's the painful truth. For decades, most of that gold left the country in raw form. It went to Europe, to Dubai, to places where it was refined and sold for huge profits. Burkina Faso was left with crumbs. Now that changes. This refinery, located just outside the capital, is designed to process up to 150 tons of raw gold every year. That's massive. It can refine gold to 99.99% purity, the same standard used by the biggest gold markets in the world. In simple terms, Burkina Faso can now create its own certified gold bars, sell directly to the world, and keep the profits. But the refinery is not just about money. It's about breaking chains. Gold has always been here, but it was never really ours. From the days of colonial rule, gold from Burkina Faso was mined by locals, but used to build Europe. Not schools, not roads, not clinics. The wealth went north. The people stayed poor. Even after independence in 1960, the system didn't change much. French influence remained strong. Big foreign mining companies came in. They made deals that looked fair on paper, but the benefits rarely reached the people. They got tax breaks, low royalty rates, special protections, and Burkina Faso got the leftovers. Jobs were created, yes, but the real money left the country. On top of that, a huge illegal gold trade exploded. In many rural areas, people dug by hand. Men, women, even children. The gold they found was sold cheap to smugglers, who moved it across the borders and into global markets. It created a parallel economy, one that didn't help the country, but helped fuel terrorism. This part is painful. But it must be said, gold smuggling has helped fund terrorism in Burkina Faso. Armed groups, including those linked to Al-Qaeda and ISIS, control mining areas. They collect taxes from miners, they move the gold through secret routes, and they use that money to buy weapons and recruit fighters. Burkina Faso wasn't just losing money, it was bleeding. Captain Ibrahim Traoré knew this. When he took power in September 2022, he made it clear. Gold would no longer be a weapon against the people. It would be a shield to protect them. This refinery is part of that shield. The government created a national gold company to run the refinery. This company will handle everything, buying gold, refining it and selling it on the global market. They are also building certified gold buying centers all across the country. These centers will offer miners fair prices based on daily global rates. No more cheating, no more middlemen. And every gram bought legally is a gram that doesn't go to terrorists. This is not just economics, it's security. By refining its own gold, Burkina Faso could earn hundreds of millions of dollars more every year. That money will go to buying better weapons for the army and volunteers, building schools and clinics, expanding roads and power lines. And not just that, the refinery is creating real jobs. Engineers, technicians, chemists, transport workers, security teams. This is the kind of development that transforms a country. For decades the message was clear. Burkina Faso is rich in resources but poor in power. That message is now changing. This refinery is a signal. It says to the world, we are no longer begging for aid while exporting our gold. We are building our own future. It also says to foreign investors, if you want to work with us, you must respect us. No more one-sided contracts. No more hidden deals. Burkina Faso is not alone. In Mali and Niger, similar moves are happening. These countries, all led by military governments, are pushing back against foreign control. They are building their own gold industries, reviewing contracts, joining forces through the alliance of Sahel states. This is a regional awakening, a new era where West Africa says, enough. This project is huge, and so are the risks. Technical risks. The refinery must be maintained, supplies must be consistent, skilled workers must be trained. Security risks. Gold routes are targets. Smugglers and terrorists will not give up easily. Market risks. The global gold market is tough. Getting certified by the London bullion market is hard. Corruption risks. If money is mismanaged, this whole project could fall apart. Traoré's government knows this. That's why transparency, oversight, and public trust will be key. For the thousands of miners who dig with their bare hands, this refinery could change everything. It could mean fair prices, safer working conditions, and a real future. For children growing up in dusty villages, it could mean schools, clinics, and clean water. For soldiers on the front lines, it could mean better gear and stronger defense. And for every citizen of Burkina Faso, it means hope. This refinery is more than a national project, a message that says, the era of resource exploitation is ending. The future belongs to nations who rise, who build, and who take back what is theirs. Captain Ibrahim Traoré is not just building a refinery, he's building a foundation for true independence. This is not the end of the story, it is only the beginning. This is Ibrahim Traoré's era, and in this era, gold is no longer stolen. It's returned to the people who own it.